And action.
Action. Welcome to episode 1, Eli Abby Hour. This is the Havat Iyar report, the Sapir Family Farm report. Today.
We're going to talk about Shmita.
Yeah. It is Erev Yom Kippur, the 8th of Tishrei. We are 8 days after Shmita. And Shmita was pretty big.
Huge. I kind of feel like the feeling that you get when you come out of Yom Kippur, you're like, whoa, I just did that. Like, that's how it feels coming out of Shmita, right, Eli? Like, it's like this renewal.
Yeah, I was actually learning about that yesterday because it's a question of like Yom Kippur is like a mikvah, and a mikvah, like you get the purity like when you come out of it. So Yom Kippur, are you able to like really be in the mikvah of Yom Kippur? Like you can't be it in all the time, but it's to be in a little bit, and after Yom Kippur you just get that feeling. So Shmita was pretty big, we knew we were in it for the long run, and it was definitely hard laying down, you know that I love to garden, I love plants, and it was a big thing just to kind of stop doing that.
Yeah,
Step back, and I think what made it easier is that we were actually pretty burnt out at the end of last year, just with the farm and keeping up with everything. Lots of work, lots of picking, lots of planting,
you didn't
lots of
know,
weeding.
farming's some hard work.
Yeah, we learned a lot our first year, and
so for us, it came at the perfect time.
Yeah,
is the truth. It
yeah.
was a blessing because we had our twin boys and our 5-year-old daughter, and family life was just a burnout in itself, and we had just started a farm a year before Shmita. So the first year is really crazy, like building the greenhouse and this and that, laying down the plans, and then having to switch things because you don't have enough time to see like where it floods, where this happens, the contour of the land. So this year really gave us the chance to recognize all those things and pay attention to how the land slopes, what grows where, what animals are around, just stuff like that, like seeing wild things grow. And it was a really intense and beautiful experience. Ellie, if there was one thing, if there was one word that you would have to say that represents Shmita, I'm putting you on the spot here. 1, 2, 3, go. What did you learn? Surrender.
That's been our buzzword this past year.
Totally.
Because we were ready for Shmita in the sense that we were a little burnt out, but we did just start this thing, and we are committed to it, and we are committed to making this happen and making a healing place on this world, and being able to. This is our little way of bringing Mashiach, of bringing our light to this world and helping other people be their light and bring their light too. And we had all these plans, and we kind of just had to stop and say, I'm gonna take a break on this. I'm gonna let it be. I'm not gonna fuss with the rows. I'm not gonna fuss with weeding. I'm gonna let kind of what survives. I'm gonna let the plants be. I'm gonna take myself out of there. I'm gonna take myself out of control.
Yeah, we were like pretty machmer on it. We did even, which means like strict. We did even more than we needed to. There were certain things that we could have done, or even in our garden that is permissible, but we really stepped back. We were just like, all right, like Hashem, it's in your hands.
Yeah.
And I'd say surrender is definitely one of the guiding forces, of our lives. Because when you let go, you're able to be guided. When you stop and listen, you could actually hear one voice. So that was a really beautiful experience, and they always, people say, I don't know where it comes from, but that Mashiach is supposed to come in the 7th year. So where is it? But I'll tell you the truth, it's here. Like, I feel it inside me. I don't know about all you all. I think I see it in Ellie too. I think it's really inside of us, and we've unlocked something. We just need to recognize that it's there. And I think Shmita was also a huge thing that did that for me. What do you think, Ellie?
Yeah, I think it was just like a question, kind of like, well, what now? You know, it wasn't like, oh, why this? Why Shmita? Why do I have to stop? But it's like, what now? What does Hashem want from me this year? And although we were, you know, doing other things, we were rushing around trying to find other work and learning other techniques and trying this and trying that, and making soul dance, raising kids.
Running our
But Hashem
business.
was just telling me, you know, no, this year is the year that I want you to get closer to me. You need to concentrate on that. You know, the reason why everything is stressful and why things are stressful and why you're getting burnt out is maybe you're not spending enough time for yourself. Maybe you're not spending time. Don't have enough emunah, you know. And I would say I would love to have emunah, okay, because I'm doing a farm and keeping shmita. But in the sense, if I'm getting burnt out and I'm losing control, or if I'm bugging out about losing control, then I don't have an emunah, and I just have to step back. And I say, Hashem, what do you want from me? What do you want from us? How are we meant to do this? And how are we meant to grow? So I think this year we discovered a few different ways that we can grow, and we've been able to implement that.
More than a few.
Yeah.
We spent a lot of time on personal growth, which is actually one of the perks of living outside the city. We live in a moshav, and it's quiet, and it gives us a lot of that time. Right now we're sitting in our yard under this beautiful tree, and it gives us a lot of time to spend time on personal growth. It was hard at first because we're so far away from all the social scenes and this and that, but really it was our greatest blessing to be able to have so much time to spend on ourselves, like make it a priority.
Alright. What next?
What else you got for us?
Did you get any feelings of despair during the year?
Of course. Feelings of despair can come every day, you know, even if whatever you're doing. But that's just the natural part of living, you know. It comes and it goes, and I think it's such a big part of, you know, when you're trying to do big things, despair and fear, anxiety, stress, all those things can come in even more when you're trying to do such great things that are beyond you. There were so many times when we thought even just making a farm is so beyond us. Like, we don't have these vessels. But I think Hashem started to give us the vessels, and I would say that because of all those feelings that try to, you know, push their way in to try to knock us down, we really, really work on keeping ourselves inspired. That is another one of our big buzzwords, inspiration. I always say that inspiration
is... our 573 words?
Oh, yeah. Well, inspiration is the stepping stone for all growth and positive change. Quote Abigail Sapir. It really is, because without inspiration, you don't have motivation. Without motivation, you don't feel like doing anything. So when we feel inspired, we're ready to go. We can take on the world. When we're not inspired, we'll just get lost in our fears, and they can be really strong, those fears. They can really make you feel not worthy, make you feel not capable. And if you're feeling fears every day, it's normal. It's actually a good thing. It means that you're taking risks and challenges, but how we respond to the fears that's what's up to us, because they'll come, you know?
Yeah, a lot of those fears are from places that aren't, I want to say not valid, but they aren't real places. It's disconnected from the source, from Hashem.
Yeah, fear is just a disconnection of love.
It's a disconnection of love, and it's trying to separate us. And we had, you know, lots of fears this year, and financial stress and fears of overwhelming us. What are we doing? Like having a farm? Can we even still do this? Is this possible?
Right. And then we made a festival on the farm, which was amazing. It was like total Mashiach vibes. and everything went so smooth, and our team was awesome. But it was really stressful, and you know, we were like questioning like, why are we doing this? Shouldn't we be like focusing on making more money and da 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 da, like, and we wanted to keep it, you know, pretty. We don't want it to get too big because we like intimate settings, you know. So it's not a real money maker doing a festival, but like it was an inspiration. Like it brought people together, which ideally is part of our why.
It was the question of why are we spending so much energy trying to bring inspiration? You know, bringing inspiration is also kind of what makes us feel alive. You inspire, you say some words of Torah, you hear words of Torah, you're inspired, and you're just alive, and you want to do stuff in this world.
So you
just
gotta
come
stay
alive.
inspired. I think
So
that's like the key.
Yeah,
So
we really want to bring
people
together.
Oh, it's not 2020. It's 2022.
5783.
5783.
We'll have to think about it.
Surrender, I think is one of them.
Surrender.
Inspiration.
Inspiration.
Also stability. We're going to talk about that.
Stability.
Stability is that this year we thought a lot about the balance too. You know, you have the balance of running, and you have the balance of sitting. And you need a balance between those if you actually want to make your running effective, and if you actually want to make your sitting like real sitting. And
that's the landlord calling. So we're gonna wrap it up for today.
אנחנו בווידאו. עכשיו. כן.
It's okay, let's wrap it up. So we want to wish you all Shana Tova, and we'll have more coming soon on other fun farming, life, spiritual topics.